if you do not participate in an equitable way in your home. And so what does that look like? What does it look like to change these dynamics? Well, we need to really assess in our homes what the work looks like. Because in most homes, the data supports this, women do a disproportionate amount of work. They just do. They do more of the cooking and the cleaning and the laundry and the childcare while also working full time. And men have more time for things like their hobbies, like golf, for example, or just working out, running a marathon, right? And so we need to have hard conversations.
Bro, the amount of cope is just insane. Oh, go fuck yourself. Dude, okay, so the reality is, if you have a household where both parents are working full time, it is very easy to just afford a maid to come in once a week and clean the home. Back when I was living in Guelph, I think I was paying like $180 every 2 weeks to have a maid come in and just clean up the apartment. Um, so if you can just keep things like mildly clean, just easy, once overs, and then once a week do like a big clean, or yeah, like once or twice a week do a big clean. Easy for like two people who are working full time to be able to afford something like that. And as far as like most other things like dishes, laundry, it's automated. It's not the 1800s. You literally just throw clothes into a machine and they're cleaned for you. It doesn't require any effort. You just put the clothes into the machine, press a button, it's done. Same with dishes. You put the dishes in the machine, press a button, it's done. So when women fucking claim, like, oh, I'm cooking and cleaning and doing all this shit, none of it requires any effort. Even cooking. There's air fryers, instant pots, even like ovens. All you have to do is just throw a bunch of fucking like vegetables on a fucking tray, like just sprinkle over some olive oil, press a button, it's fucking done. None of it requires any time or effort. So when women talk about like all the fucking effort it takes to like cook and clean and do laundry, for the entire fucking week, it couldn't take you more than an hour to do all that shit. It requires no fucking effort whatsoever. And again, two people working fucking full time, you can easily afford a maid to come once every week or two just to do a good clean of the entire house or apartment and do all that for you. So that's a fucking complete out and out lie. And generally speaking too, if you're both working full time, like there's going to be some amount of delegation of tasks, right? So the man's going to clean a little bit, cook a little bit, the woman's gonna clean a little bit, cook a little bit. It's not that fucking complicated. Women just like to claim they're doing more than they really are just so they can complain. Women just love complaining.
About what our time looks like, what our labor in the home looks like, what is invisible labor. We have to talk about these things. And when we don't, the alternative is that you no longer have a marriage, or you don't have a happy one at least. And so I share this story because I don't think I'm alone in this
No, you just whine and complain. You have to do nothing, and you complain about doing nothing.
experience. And I want people to know that there's hope and that if you have a willing and able partner, you can change this.